This is Reverend Don Lewis, and welcome to the greatest ever Pagan Super Show Extravaganza. And with me is my co-host, Reverend Mary Hawk, and our special guest for this evening, Adam Page. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And Adam from
Clarksville, Tennessee.
Uncaged. Oh, yes. Clarksville, Tennessee, and Uncaged Viking Productions.
Creations.
Creations.
Yes.
Uncaged Viking Creations. So,
Yes,
what
sir.
do you do with Uncaged Viking Creations?
Right now, we're just starting out. We are doing what is called Viking camping chairs or lawn chairs. I take in, as you can see behind me, I have several designs that I'm using right now. I do some that are painted, but most of them are wood burned in. Uh, I pretty much do one of a kind chairs for folks uh, to fit whatever they need. Um, I do custom orders. These are just, I found them and decided to do them. Pushing my artistic abilities as they are to uh, more extreme projects and things. Plan on trying to do a couple of shields here in the next year, and do other things that would sell at local events and further out events. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So how did you get started? What gave you the idea to do the chairs?
Well, I've seen them time and time again, and a gentleman, I will name him. His name is Irish Dan. He was at one of our events with Raven Moon Hearth, and it was his last chair. He was, from what I was understanding, he wasn't going to do them anymore. So he sold me this chair. Well, I brought it home. We set it up near the fire pit, and I'm like, I want more. 2 years ago, I made two special chairs, one for Jesse Stillwagon, another one for a friend of mine, Bjorn. I started off with their chairs, and I think I made a total of 17 in the first year. And then I started doing them heavily here in probably January or February. Right now, I'm up to 30 in stock that I have right now. I've got a couple of them that will be started here hopefully this coming week at some point in time. So they'll be ready. I'm going to start working with a little resin with the wood and doing bones inside resin. Yeah, for the backings of the chairs, and then hopefully, if that works out, they be pretty rad.
Yes.
Okay. And we do have some pictures of what the chairs look like set up. We want to share. Okay, so, and what do we have on this chair?
Okay, this chair last year was, this is Odin's chair. I did it as a raffle item for Pagan Unity Festival with Tish Owens. I volunteered the chair, to do one for her. And she says, I want one with Odin. And I'm like, okay, you got it. And that's what we came up with. And I guess Odin knew where he wanted to be because Lily and my wife want it back, and that sits in the backyard with the rest of the chairs.
All right. And here we've got 3 chairs.
Yes, these three. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it looks like maybe you had just sketched out your designs on them.
These were some of the earlier ones that I did. So the burning Unfortunately, the equipment I was using wasn't the best in the world. Uh, this is also before they were stained. These three went with two more that you can kind of see in the background back there for a group called Norris Fox Creation out of North Carolina. They requested five of them with five different runes on them and sun and moons. I was kind of given the artistic licensing to do whatever I wanted to do. Once the runes were on there, that's what they wanted, but everything else was up to me.
And that is beautiful.
And this photo shows the structure of the chair.
Yes,
But
sir.
the photo we're just looking at shows it very, very well. It's two pieces of wood that slot together and
Yes,
also
sir.
come back apart. So it's very, very portable.
Yeah, those particular ones are 2 by 12, so they're 2 inches thick by 12 inches wide. The ones I got behind me, I've kind of shrunk down. These are two by tens that I use.
Mm-hmm.
I give them everybody, has enough structure to sit. You can sit comfortably in it. Um, I I've had people that never sat in one before, and they sit in them, and they're like, "This is actually really really comfortable." And I'm like, "Yeah, don't ask me how. It just is."
You
Yes.
wouldn't think it to look at it, but yes, this style of chair is comfortable. And now I am going to move forward to this one because there is a story behind it.
Okay, White Rabbit. White Rabbit was for a my friend Bjorn. It was for his best friend, who is, as you can see, an Alice in Wonderland. She just loves every bit of it. She's got tattoos, clothing, the whole 9 yards. So I did this one, and I know if several people look at it and they look real closely, yes, I do know the clock is backwards, but remember, he's always late. It's because he can't read the clock right. Uh, this is done with acrylic paint, markering, and wood burning. Uh, I think it took me right around 6 or 7 hours to do it completely from start to finish.
It's absolutely beautiful, and I love the touch with the clock is backwards. That's why it's late.
Yes.
And then
This
this,
one,
it's
go
so
ahead.
detailed.
Yes, this one belongs to a gentleman for Norse Fox Creations, Josh West, who's one of the co-owners. He asked me to do a tier. Uh, this was actually one of the first I'm going to test myself uh, designs that I did. And I think this one took me a little bit. I think it took me like a total of like 12 to 13 hours because it's got some very, very detail oriented line work on it.
It's absolutely amazing.
And then that would be for his wife, Tanya, who is Norse Fox. That's actually her trademark emblem for her company. Uh, she was ecstatic when she saw how I did this one. This one actually has, if I'm correct, that is after stain, so that's got two different type stains on it. I actually took a stain marker and did all of the dark that you see in it. That was all done with stain marker, and then it got stained a golden oak coloring behind it.
And you
Right.
cut out the fox ears.
Yes, I cut out the fox ears, and she'll tell you if you ever meet her and that chair is in her booth and you try to sit in it, she will throw you out of it very quickly.
And then I think here we may have just the backyard with the chairs around the campfire.
Yep. There's the campfire. There's a little buccaneer that I made in the background. Uh, actually, that's actually going to be Alex's chair, which is a deadhead moth on it.
Ah,
Yes.
now this
And
this
then
chair is a historical design.
I don't know if it's historically accurate or not. I've seen them, and the name that has been given to them is a Viking chair. Uh, so I don't know about historically accurate or to any point.
It is based on a very old style of chair.
Yes,
Now, whether it's what you'd want for like SCA or something, I don't know, where they want all the details to be exactly accurate, but the style is definitely historic.
yes.
so
Beautifully done.
clearly you do take commissions, as well as I think you said some of the ones behind you, you have just been inspired by things you've seen.
Yes, actually, Lillian picked out this one. This is a Freya. Uh, this is a Slipnir, which I chose him. This one was I saw this on a shirt and I wanted to recreate it. Which it's Milner, two axes, the American flag. You know, Viking by birth, American by choice. Uh, had
Very cool.
somebody said do a Odin's mask. So I've done an Odin's mask, and then I did another one of the Odin with a skull, a raven, and his compass.
Very nice.
So, how are your chairs priced?
Depending on what it is and how long it takes me. Normally, a chair with nothing on it is about $100, and then it's normally $25 an hour for me to sit there and do the design.
Okay. And how would someone get in touch with you?
Well, they can either get in touch with me through the website. They can hit me up on my personal Facebook page. For right now, until I can get my website up and running, which is what we've been working on here at the house in the past few days. Um, Local events. I'll be at North Forge Gathering 6 Memorial Day weekend. I'll be up there selling. I plan on trying to also be at Nashville Pagan Pride Day, selling chairs as well.
Do you have an email?
Ma'am,
Do you have an email address?
my email address right now would be uncagedvikingcreations@gmail.com.
Okay. And we've got that up on the screen for you.
Thank you very much.
So you can get in touch with Adam at his email.
Yep. And like I said, I can pretty much do any design that you can imagine. If it's too hard for me though, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll attempt it. I may have to do a little finagling with the imaging, but I will pretty much give you exactly what you're asking for.
And as the Alice in Wonderland design shows, it does not have to be a Viking design.
No, it does not. If you'll give me 1 minute, I will pull a chair that I did for a young lady who is a performer, and I can show you exactly. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be that way.
All right.
As you can
Very
see,
nice.
sometimes we get a little whimsical. This performer, her name is Basil, and she asked for a giant spoonful of basil. So
That's beautiful.
her spoon actually goes all the way to the bottom of her chair.
That's
And
awesome. I
this
love it.
4 foot high chair.
Yes.
So, so you can have your own very personalized chair.
Yes.
Very cool.
Sorry. Tiny workspace, a lot of wood.
Yes.
Yes. It looks like you need to sell some chairs.
That's the plan.
So these are perfect for festivals or camping or just having around in the yard or any number of different purposes, but one of a kind and beautiful works of art.
I appreciate it. All of them do get stained, waterproof, sealed, the whole 9 yards. Uh, Matter of fact, these would all be stained right now if it hadn't rained on me today.
So I mean, they're suitable for serious use.
Yes, yes. I try to make them where they'll stand the test of time.
So it's a worthwhile investment, and you can make it a very personal chair,
Yes.
Yes.
or it would be a great gift for someone.
Yeah. Yep.
Very cool.
Well, Adam, I want to thank you so much for
Yes,
joining
indeed.
us. And again, this is Adam Cage with Uncaged Viking Creations. You can find him right now at his personal Facebook page. Uncaged Viking Creations will be up soon, and you can email him at uncagedvikingcreations@gmail.com.
Yep.
So thank you, everyone.
No, thank y'all for
And
having me.
you are
Thank you for
very
joining.
welcome.
Thank you, everybody. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis, and with me is Reverend Mary Hoff. And we hope you're having a lovely day or evening, as the case may be. And we are here with our guest, Christine Black from Southern Hearths and Cauldrons. And how are you this evening, Chrissy?
I'm doing well. Thank you so very much for asking, and thank you so very much for allowing me to be here today.
We're very happy to have you. And I wanted to start by asking you, how did you get here?
What's your
Oh,
Into this
pagan
community?
story?
my pagan story. I think for a lot of people, we start questioning when we're younger about certain things. So for me, I know I've always been a very spiritual person. I was very much trying to be part of a group in Christianity and it just didn't really kind of work out. I would ask strange questions in any denomination. And I started out Catholic and then we went Southern Baptist and Methodist and this and that and the other. And every time I was going to these different churches, I would ask simple questions like, so why do we have to tithe? Why are we spending so much money on this building that we only see like every once in a while, you know? Why aren't we not going outside? Didn't like, you guys go outside and stuff like that before we had these buildings? And so that always made people mad and question and stuff. And so it wasn't until really into adulthood and my husband was actually going to a very well-known Christian university here in Nashville, and he was taking a world religion class. And through that world religion class, we started having more discussions. He was always agnostic, so we were having these more of conversations about okay how this kind of started happening and the connections and pieces and stuff. And it was really through that class that got me starting to discover myself and doing my own research and just deep diving and figuring out that, oh, paganism makes more sense to me than anything else. And so I remember that day really, really well. When it all just kind of clicked, and I ran to my husband, I said, okay, I may be saying something weird. This may not make sense, but I don't think I'm a Christian anymore, and I think I'm into paganism, and I've been doing all this research, and here's all, and of course, we're really into research, and so I gave him all my sources. And he goes, okay, that's awesome. Let's dive into it. And so that's basically how I got here. Was,
Wonderful.
yeah,
That's it. That is so cool.
thank you. Yes, through a Christian university that brought us into paganism. So,
That's awesome. I love it.
mhm.
Yes. I think there's more of that than we give credit for. Yeah. But tell us about your magazine.
So Southern Hearts and Cauldrons is one part. So we have the magazine, and with the magazine, what we want to focus and just basically the whole idea of Southern Hearts and Cauldrons is to one, build community, two, highlight the voices who are already part of that community and to share their knowledge to everybody. And the reason why I really focus on the southeast basically was because we have a very different perspective than if you go to any other region in the country. We have old wives' tales. We have things that has been ingrained to us through childhood from our grandmothers and great grandmothers and this and that and the others, old lores, and basically witchcraft that we didn't really realize that this was witchcraft, just been passing down. And so, starting with Southern Hearts and Cauldrons and basically building up with the magazine is kind of almost like a living grimoire where anybody who has a voice, that has knowledge, that has a perspective can add to this and to share to everybody. And that way it doesn't leave us so isolated, have that spark, have that um, ideas to kind of flow around, and kind of passion came to me was, you know, I was going through some stuff. We were cleaning out some clutter, and I was finding some of my old magazines of Better Hearts and Better Homes and Gardens and Taste of Home and stuff like that, and how much I looked to that to gain knowledge to basically become an adult, And so how we can build that within our own community.
I'd like
Wonderful.
to share the website. So here we are.
So a little bit about the website. It's just a basic what we are doing. And what I really try to highlight is not only things that we are doing with the magazine, but also what we're doing as events. So we have some events that branch off. We have our brouhaha, which is a very simple meetup at a wonderful local coffee shop here in Nashville where people can just come together and just chat and network. There's really no agenda. It's just a really relaxed atmosphere of just being with like-minded individuals. And then the other community events, we try to highlight the community events that are going around in the Southeast to really highlight them to get people to know, hey, what's going on? So one of the events that's coming up is Cauldron Fest in April. And so we wanted to highlight that. Anytime there's an event that's open to the public, to the community, we want to know about that. We want people to hear about that and go to those events and support those organizations that are hosting those events. So many times I have heard, oh, well, I didn't know that was there, or I I didn't know where our community is so small. I don't know how to get involved. I don't know how to do this and that and the other. And basically, this is just a really great area to, hey, here's what's going on. Here's some information about that. come over, come support these local organizations that's hosting these events and be part of the community. Don't be a bystander. Come be a team member.
Wonderful.
And I'm going to show, this is where the magazine is, right?
Yes, it is. So in this page, we do have our issues. So we have 3 issues of the magazine. Again, this is free for everybody. This is a act of love. And so we want people to be able to put in their thoughts, their works, their ideas into the magazine and really highlight their message to everybody.
Click here.
Yes.
Here we go. So I'm just going to flip through it right quick. There we go. It even makes a nice little sound when you turn the page.
Yes.
It's a beautiful magazine, Chrissy. You have done an amazing job.
Yes,
Thank
indeed.
Thank you. It's definitely an act of
And
love. And like I said, I love it when people contribute. So there's another part of the website where if you want to contribute, if you want to contribute to a magazine, or you have an event that's coming up and you want to do a podcast with us, you can sign up for that. There is different ways to connect and be involved with Southern Hearts and Cauldrons, to be very active in the community and just send people information to say, hey, this is what we're doing. Come join us.
I am trying to get out of the magazine. Oh, I see what I need to do now. So if I come back up here to contact, maybe.
So if you also, that's one way to get in contact with us is to send a quick message if you just have a short question or whatever. But if you have an event that's coming up or you already have works and stuff like that, if you click into communities, that's where we have basically a whole page to where you just click on the little box, you fill out the form, and you submit your works. Or, hey, this is what's going on. I would love to do a podcasting with you. Or, hey, I'm really good at networking and hosting. I want to connect. Let's try to get this together. Just reach out into one of those areas and we'll get with you and make it happen. We want to, what this is, Southern Hearts and Cauldrons, what it basically is your cheerleader, is your cheerleader for your events, is your cheerleader for your voice. It's your person to help you get your message out. And that's the biggest mission about our mission is bringing community together, whatever way we can do it.
So, if people want to see the magazine, where do they go?
So there's a couple places that you can go. You can go on directly onto the website, which is southernheartsandcauldrons.com. All one word. Yes, it's very long. We're also on Facebook and Instagram, where you will find the post on there that will take you directly to the website. But also if you're on Scrib. So Scrib, it's uploaded on there. And it's also, you can download the version. So if you're like me and you're going to be out and about and you want to put it onto your Kindle or your iPad, you have a Scrib subscription, you can download it for free on there. Also, it's printable. So if you have the means and you want to print it out and you want to have that physical touch of the magazine, you can go on Scrib and download it and print it out that way.
Very cool. So, I have a couple of questions. One of them, in your pagan career, what has been the most memorable thing that has happened to you?
I'm going to have to say my pagan career is very new and starting out. But some of the most rewarding things is being able to help out with different organizations. I am very, very grateful and blessed that I have such a wonderful support system in my area. And one of the biggest things that I love to do is volunteer my time with the Nashville Pagan Pride Day group. So that's actually one of my biggest highlights right now is being able to help out with that and learn so much while contributing.
Nashville has a very vibrant pagan community. What would you say is the secret of maintaining that community?
That's actually something I am continuously learning about, and because I'm learning from the people who's been organizing and being such strong leaders in the community. But I think the biggest thing was what I noticed very much here
Mhm.
versus anywhere else in the area. So if you go out west or up north or anything, um, we really try to work together as a pagan community. There really isn't the, oh, you belong to this group, so you only do that. It's very much of let's get together, let's support one another, and let's continue to thrive with what we're doing with one another. So having that community and having that support amongst the other smaller groups, I see that's probably our biggest strong. While Nashville is very successful, Middle Tennessee is very successful into that endeavor of being a very supportive group.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Mhm.
As you go
And
forward,
so,
oh, go ahead.
where does your passion for building community come from?
I think that passionate community kind of stems from my upbringing. So, my upbringing, my mother and my grandmothers were very involved in community service. They belonged in lots of women's groups that was very supportive community, and so by that and watching them doing it and being part of those groups at a young age, that kind of pushed me as an adult to, you know what, I need to give back to my community. The community has given so much to me. And the only way that we can continue to do well, not for ourselves, but for other people, is by putting our works into the community.
As you go forward from where you are right now,
Mhm.
what do you hope to see in the future for the pagan community?
I uh, I wish to see um, stronger connections and us not only supporting each other in business, but also in education. They go hand in hand. So if you want to have good leaders in business, you have to push that into education. And so my time being a teacher and in education, um, I learned a lot of what is needed to make successful students and what that trickles down into business. And so what I would like to see is us as a community not only supporting businesses but also pushing and supporting endeavors into education, so not just secondary education or higher institutes, but also K through 12. So
Wonderful.
mhm.
So, if you could sum up your philosophy of life in a few words, what would it be?
Ooh, if I could sum up my philosophy in words, you only get out in life of what you put into life. So if you put in your time and your energy into working hard and being kind to one another, what will be in return is that you will get greatness, and that greatness looks different. Like, you feel better. For me, when I give to others, I feel better. It to me, it takes more effort to be mean to someone than it is to be kind. So you put into the world, and that's what you get out of it.
It's a wonderful philosophy. Thank you.
Mhm.
So if people wanted to learn more about you, and more about the different things that you're doing, where would you send them?
I would send them to the website and also to Facebook and Instagram. We are slowly building. We're trying to bring that in, but I do try to keep the website, which is southernheartsandcauldrons.com, very up to date, and along with our social media, which is also Southern Hearts and Cauldrons. So if you find us on Facebook or Instagram, you will see posts on there. I am constantly busy on trying to update that and learn more so I could put more things on it. But also, if you have an idea, if you have messages that you want the world to know and get and let people know what that message is, and you don't know how to get that outlet, I'm here to help. Southern Hearts and Cauldrons is here to help. So just reach out on either the website or our social media accounts.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so
Yes,
much.
Chrissy.
Thank you. Thank you guys so very much to have me. And it was such a great time meeting you guys and talking with you guys this evening.
Thank you.
It certainly has been.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we'll be back in the future with more interesting people.
Thank you, everyone.
Rev Don's Book of Stones, Metals, and Crystals. Everything you always wanted to know about the magical and spiritual properties of stones, metals, and crystals in one book. Get your copy today at CorellianPublishing.com.
Rev Don's Book of Astrology. Everything you always wanted to know about the stars in one book. Get your copy today at CorellianPublishing.com.